I never know what I'll find. But honestly, that's the best part. It might be something small, something forgotten, buried in the earth for decades or even centuries. But the second I uncover it, there's a rush, a thrill, because I know I've just brought a piece of the past back to life. Every discovery tells a story. Some are tied to history, others to lost treasure. But it's not just about the find. It's about the moment, that feeling, and sharing it with people who really understand the excitement. That's what makes this more than just a hobby. It's a passion, a connection, a community.
If you love metal detecting, you'll love Treasure Hunting magazine. Each month, we bring you a brilliant mix of real-life stories, expert tips, amazing finds, and all the inspiration you need to get out and enjoy the hobby. Written by detectorists, it's packed with useful info to help you read the land, improve your finds, and figure out what you've discovered. Whether you're just starting out in the hobby or you've been detecting for years, there's something for everyone. To subscribe to the UK's favourite metal detecting magazine, visit treasurehunting.co.uk today.
It's Thursday, it's 8 o'clock, it's the big detecting show.
It most certainly is. Good evening, Lady Martin. How the devil are you?
One is absolutely marvellous, thank you. How the devil are you, David Dane?
Reasonable. Looking forward to tonight's show with a very, very special guest coming up in a moment. Very much looking forward to that. And we also have a new segment which we're going to be including in the show tonight for the first time, which one of our viewers has recommended we utilise. So we're going to be bringing that a little bit later. I hope you're still writing down these questions, Lady Martin.
I am. It's a surprise
the
to me.
secretarial role. This is your role tonight.
My role is to try and do about 27 things all at once.
Yes, it is.
We've got a lot of people in the chat tonight. So
well, you see, if you're reading them, you're not talking.
This is true. Could we start with congratulating?
Yes, congratulations on the birth of your child. No?
Mine.
Oh, right.
No. Anthony Mackenzie, who won Wayne Rolling's
Rolling.
Marvellous cabinet, very special cabinet. And he said thank you to Wayne. He's already received it, and he says it's quality. There's a lot of love being shared. We've got a competition tonight for anyone who has entered it's not the draw. Anyone who's donated to Wayne Rollins this week, we've got 2 prizes, and there are very few entrants. So that could be exciting for 2 people in the chat.
I've let you speak, haven't I? Well, I'm missing him already, so I'm going to bring on tonight's guest. Good evening, Adrian Gaylor. How the devil are you?
Hello, sweetheart. I can't believe.
Good evening, everyone.
Have you ever been a guest?
Back in 2021, I think.
I just want to say the painter next door's left me a message. He says, "Hi, Donna, back to yours tomorrow.
Decorators are in.
Pop in if you need me to move my van."
Decorators are in.
Painters are in next door. lovely guy called Craig, and he's a metal
All right.
detectorist, and he's watching the show. So
Hi,
you're a
Craig.
new subscriber. Yep. Hi, Craig. And yep, so I've got to
Craig,
drop in tomorrow.
We apologise to Donna, not only having to put up with her tonight, but also having to put up with her as the next door neighbour. I'm sorry.
He'd be a great next door neighbour, actually. He's a really, really nice guy.
No, not Wayne, you.
Oh, Wayne. No,
Not
Craig.
Wayne. Craig, not Craig, you.
Oh, shut up.
We're apologising on behalf of me and Adrian for you being the next door neighbour to. God, imagine her age. You should be there around there all the time, giving it.
Oh, it'd be. Oh, we're having a cocktail party tonight. Come over.
Oh, you don't want to do
tequila.
that with our neighbours. That really ended badly the last time we had drinks with one of our neighbours.
She's going to start telling
Donna,
us
have you got a hot tub? Donna,
Pardon?
have you got a hot tub? Have you got a hot tub?
No. God, would I get in a hot tub with Sir Stuart? No.
Stuart just like grumbles in it.
He'd fill it up.
We've seen Donna's sister this week, haven't we, Dave?
We have seen Donna's sister. She seems to be
quite a bit. Sorry.
He said very rude things about my sister.
Why's that?
For anyone who doesn't know my sister, she's a business shaman. She's American. Yes, she's very beautiful.
nice.
Right,
nice to be
come
found
on.
there.
Let's just look. It's like I'm waiting for foreskin surgery or something.
Waiting for
Let's
Donna.
just get it started.
Right, I'm going to start off right because I've actually been pre-planning this today, and I'm actually looking forward to starting this. So, Adrian, tell us how you got into metal detecting.
Perfect. No, that's
okay.
How did I? I'm too fine now. How did I get into metal detecting? So back in 1978, my granddad had a C-scope metal detector, and he lived not far from me, and he had fields that he could do whatever he wanted in those days. They had stubble burning and stuff, so he used to burn things in the field like bonfires. And I used to go out with him, got on really well with my granddad, my mum's side, and not a lot of people did. And the only reason I got on with him is I went in his greenhouse one day and he said, "Boy, you're not allowed in here." And I kicked him, and he admired me after that. And we went out with this C-scope machine and we found Roman coins. And for me, at like the age of 6, 7, I said, "Oh, yeah, Roman, what's that?" And because I hadn't been taught that at school. And he told me, he said, "Oh, that's over 1,000 years old," and etc. And I sort of enjoyed it and loved it. However, I did a bit of metal detecting with my dad when I was growing up, but then got married, had kids, and it sort of went a bit quiet. And then probably 12 years ago, I got back into it big time, like we all do.
And how did you get back into it?
I think the kids were so the son sort of was out enjoying himself, and the daughter was out enjoying herself, or it could be he, she, and I had a bit of spare time. So rather than taking them to football and hockey and netball, a bit of spare time, and I thought, I'm going to get a metal detector. And things, oh my God, have changed, and they've changed in the last 10 years. I looked at my dad's C-scope and thought, I can't really go out with that. And I bought a Treasure Master from White's. My camera's
he is pissed.
just no, I'm not. My camera's
James Barnes has said it's the Dirt Box team. He's obviously been drinking. And Stephen Bray.
I have to list the camera, but cut a long story short, I'm not on Facebook much, but I was years ago. And my old next door neighbour posted, I've just bought a metal detector. I must be getting old. And I saw it. I said, oh, mate, I'm up for that. And James, who's my metal detecting buddy, we started going out again, and have done ever since. That's how it all started.
And what would you suggest that the best thing is about metal detecting?
Peace, tranquility, not talking to people, which I like. I like talking to people in person, but not when I'm concentrating. Best thing about the hobby. Sorry, best thing about metal detecting or getting out?
Metal detecting.
What? Looking for history. It sounds a bit cliche, but just unearthing, whether it's a 303 bullet or a gold noble. It's good for your health. It just clears your head. It's good for your health.
And what's your most interesting recent find?
Ooh. Most interesting. What's that, like 12 months?
Yep, it's up to you, Adrian.
2 weeks. Last 2 weeks.
Oh, probably a 3-ringed lead bullet.
And why
which
would
was
that
shot because the rifle that was shot out of would have been used in the Zulu War by the British Army, and the permission that me and my mate have got was a training camp in the Second World War, but a lot of people who fought in the First World War went to the training camp and obviously had rifles from that time and shot there. So it's a bit like, how can I explain it? It's a bit like Dad's army. So they were training people up for the Second World War, and then a load of old boys came along and said, I fought in Zulu War and I've got this rifle. So a Martini, I think it's a Martini rifle.
Andrew T has just said he's got the bayonet for that rifle. Your friend with the kitten, Buddy K91, which I think
Gary
is James,
Cook.
said
It
will. Is it? It will be found in a field in Hanningfield tomorrow. Apparently, you'll be
now
that's not Gary Cook. That's Gary, my mate, who I'm going to text him with tomorrow.
Oh, Gary Cook.
No, it's Gary. Now, Gary, my mate.
You're from Essex, where the Cockneys are all from.
Yeah.
What are your favourite places in Essex?
What, for metal detecting?
Generally.
Great Baddow, Chelmsford, Standon, Great Leys, Danbury, Epping.
No,
sorry,
Southend-on-Sea or Malden.
Oh, I like Malden as well.
Why do you like Malden?
Because I worked there and I ran a company there, and it's also got a hell of a lot of history. But I haven't metal detected there. It's like Black
Now, if someone was to say to you about Essex, what the people are like from Essex, what would you say?
There's a video on that.
Is there?
He's only just cottoned on, haven't you? That every question I've asked you is from that video, which you asked me.
I'm not that drunk, David.
Sorry, everybody. We had an in joke. Adrian sent us a message this morning and said, "Please don't ask me any of the questions in this video." And Dave's
I've just cottoned on there.
You're gonna play. You are a bit slow.
Yes,
great to hear.
Shall I explain what the video is about?
Yes, please.
So I was I was approached about 5 years ago from a media company who want to promote Essex as a place to go on holiday or visit. So there's a Olympian, there's a business owner, there's a world famous rally driver. There's all these people they interviewed, and they interviewed me, a metal detectorist. I was like, I couldn't get my head around it. It's like, how the hell's that fitting? And Dave videoed me, and it was on social media, and Dave will show the video shortly. I still can't work out how it fits in. And I was interviewed for magazines in Essex and stuff like that. But yeah, that's how that happened. So, you going to play it?
I'm just trying to find it. I won't be a second. You carry on between yourself.
It was. Well, we got some questions from the chat. We're not. There's certain ones we're not going to do yet, but we will do. And the most important question of all is: your right hand is empty. What are you drinking tonight, Adrian? And that's from Andrew T.
Chateauneuf de Pape.
Oh, posh! 18 quid a bottle. Mine, gin, just boring old Gordon's, but with a nice Reps tonic.
Not when it was my birthday 2 weeks ago. I got lots of bottles of alcohol. And it was the housing manager's birthday last week and my daughter's this week. So this weekend's going to get messy. Oh, here we go.
You just got to pop it up. Look at you looking all shiny and new.
I'm thinner then.
Metal detecting. All his middle-aged man. Wife told me I needed to get more exercise, so I decided to take up a hobby. Can't play football, didn't want to play badminton, so I thought, what's better than coming out in the lovely Essex fresh air and metal detecting? And if I find something, I find something. If I don't, I've got all this to spend my days in.
How long ago was this, Adrian?
The most interesting thing I've found recently was a medieval gold ring from the 13th century, a bishop's ring with a cabochon sapphire, similar to Lady Diana had in her engagement ring. Diana. That's now being declared as treasure soon, hopefully. And 700, 800 years old. Amazing to take that out of the ground, put it on your finger. The last person who wore that was 700 years ago. So, yeah, apart from that, lots of interesting bits and bobs. Even a toy car from the 70s has got a bit of history to it. So, yeah. A lot of it has been undiscovered by a lot of people. So a lot of people do not know it's on their doorstep. A lot of people tend to go to the large retail outlets and things, but if you do go out in your car, you've got all this around you, and there's plenty of countries on there unspoiled.
Yeah, there's a reason behind that.
Favourite places in Essex as a child and fond memories, like everyone who lives around here, has got to be Southend-on-Sea, or Southend as we call it. Also Malden in Essex, which is a nice seaside town, very small, quaint, has lots of cafes and shops, very, very nice. And I remember going there as a child on the beach with my parents and spending some good times. Someone from Essex, to me, I would say, is someone who's trustworthy, speaks their mind, not scared of others, and willing to be outspoken and say it how it is.
Stand by that still now.
Essex is extraordinary.
It's extraordinary.
Look at you all shiny. And James Barnes says you didn't have a wide boy accent then. What changed with your accent?
It's all the media coverage and being the world's greatest.
Yeah, it's gone to your head, mate.
Oh, don't show that.
Show what, mate?
The world's greatest field test.
He may be rubbish at jokes, but Adrian joins the team as one of the most experienced field testers in the world.
Is that a picture from your SAS days?
He's an Essex boy. James Barnes is an Essex boy. I'm actually a Hertfordshire girl, not an Essex boy. We have got more questions. Have you got any more questions for starters?
Yes. What's the badger barking about?
The retarded one is coming home from work, I think. And he's obviously talking to someone outside the front of the house. So it's retarded. Nelly, quiet. Nelly! Sorry, I do apologise. No, I don't drive a Range Rover. Definitely not.
No, you wouldn't.
Although we can't tell you stories about them, but we will leave them.
Yeah, I can.
In the field when he's drunk.
Yes.
Right, next question.
Go on, Donna.
All right, so I want to sort of dial back a little bit, and we'll start at the beginning. So you are the naughty boy. You definitely are the naughty boy. Yes, you are. Don't look at me like that. You know you are. But what is
to
the
be
one?
fair, Adrian, yeah, you are.
Yeah. Well, you're the mischief maker. But what is the one thing as a kid that you remember getting into real trouble for? The one thing that you did that you really think, oh, I shouldn't have done that, and you still feel horrible about it now.
I know the. Oh no, because you probably won't feel horrible.
I can't really comment on some things because the police would be knocking.
I'll go for air rifles.
I
but you don't
did
really
get
feel
into
sorry
mischief
for
with those. The worst thing I did. What age? Under 18.
Yeah, when you were a kid. Yeah, young teen. I have to say, a young teenager, not past that.
Probably
crazy stuff when we were teenagers.
Probably setting fire to my mum and dad's house.
Oh, twice.
Yeah.
Did you not learn once?
Was that them hot knives?
No, this is like probably 10. I set a light to some pampas grasses in Ant Street. Interesting. World War One gun case. My mum and dad had some pampas grasses on the stairs, and my dad had just decorated the whole of the landing, and I got a clipper lighter and set light to it, and it caught to the curtains and all the wallpaper.
Oh no!
And then the second time was the dining room. I set a light to the curtains, and they caught and burnt, and yeah, that was quite bad. So
a brief question about that. Why?
Yeah, why?
I also had issues at school with setting the lights and things and setting off fire alarms and fire extinguishers, but that's another story. I think I just like fire. I love fire. I like burning things. Still do today.
So they didn't let you go out in the garden then and build a fire. You just used to get up to mischief.
Oh no! I used to have loads of fires in the garden. I used to love burning things, and I used to especially like burning Airfix models. Me and my brother used to call Victor bombers because when the plastic melts, it goes, and we used to, and shooting things as well.
Jay Cross said that he set fire to his mum and dad's house twice as well. I mean, you guys.
See, it's normal. I'm not abnormal. I'm a normal sort
There you
of
go.
guy.
Makes me feel better. Philip Wills says fire is great. Fire is great, Philip Wills. I can build an epic fire with damp wood. I don't know why. I'm a really good fire starter.
I'm surprised you haven't actually set fire to James then.
Probably has.
I think I have tried multiple times. Sorry, my camera's going down and down.
Howard says from a smoke detector to a metal detector. Yeah, he's just got a detector fetish, Jared.
I don't like smoke detectors. I think they're a waste of money.
James said your dad loved fires and I loved them too. Philip Wills said, yes, the best thing to burn is a Christmas tree. Yes, Philip, but do get out of the way and make sure your best friend isn't sat right up the corner where he can't escape because it goes up like a fireball. That's the quickest thing that catches fire in the world.
I'll just say, James, who's my metal detecting best buddy, when we grew up, my dad used to every sort of weekend have a fire up the top of the garden, and James used to hop over the fence and he used to sit with me and we'd experiment. We'd put like shotgun shells in there, aerosols in there, lots of things, and it's what kids did in the 80s. So yeah, I remember that. It was good fun.
So who was there at home then growing up?
Sorry?
Who lived at home growing up? Was it just you? Did you have a sister or brother? Who were your siblings?
Well, I was in Borstal up until 15, from 11, and then
you have got to be honest now. You can't make stories up. This is a proper interview.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Adrian, it's more fun when you do.
I was a boarder at the local church. Me, my brother, who loved guns and detecting, but not as much as me, and my mum and dad.
So you had a real kind of like...
And Penny, the border collie.
But you had a country upbringing, really, didn't you? So you had access to the country and the fields and...
So where I lived in Chelmsford in Essex, I lived on the borders. So I was a townie and my family were country, if that makes sense. So we had an outside toilet, and quite often I'd have friends round from school and
to use the toilet.
And there's like 6 pheasants hanging in there, and they were totally freaked out by it. I used to make my own shotgun cartridges with my dad. I had a 410 shotgun when I was 13 for Christmas, and I'll never forget it because I went to school and everyone says, "Oh, what'd you get for Christmas?" I got the new Atari games console. I got bloody Battleships digital. What did you get? Oh, I got a 410. What's that? I said a gun. So yeah, I'm a mix. I'm quite. I worked in London for 10 years, so I can mix and match. I understand both sides of the.
You understand the language of the country, and I think what I was trying to get at was, are you? I mean, well, James is saying don't forget crashing the boat on the Norfolk Broads.
Yeah, I've done. Oh, yeah, I used to do sailing, boating. I'm a bit of a problematic. My wife gets cross because I get involved in a lot of things. But yeah, I used to like sailing.
Yeah, but that's good. I mean, you're like me. You've got a bit of ADHD going on, and you get super.
No, I haven't got that. I haven't got ADHD. I don't like. No, I don't like. I just am interested in learning new things, which.
But don't you do that thing where you go like a deep dive down a rabbit hole and then you're like really like into it for like...
Everyone does that, though. It's not ADHD, it's just like...
No, I'm just interested. And the way I look at it, I'm here on this planet to make the most of it. So I want to learn about things as much as I can. So I haven't got ADHD.
That does come across. Wayne Rollins has just said you are just special, and you are very special. You are a very straightforward person, but you are like a secret character. There's more going on under the surface than you see.
He's like,
I do a lot of things for people. I help people out a lot, and I believe in karma. So all the bad things I've done.
Were you like going back to your childhood? Were you a natural explorer then? Were you like really bold and went out into the country and like we did, walk through the woods and go and find derelict houses and explore them and all of that?
Only if I could burn them. Just going back to that comment there, Adrian shot my football. Yes, I did. And if I did that now, I'd get reported to the police because it was my next door neighbour's garden. And I watched him playing football with the ball he got for his birthday. I thought that'd be good to shoot it and ruin his day. But
you've been making it up to ever since.
When I was a kid, summer holidays for me, perfect thing would be build a den, build a fire.
Bye, TC.
Make a survival kit and probably a little bit of snares, lay some snares for rabbits, shoot rabbits and things. So Yeah.
So were you a scout? Were you in Scouts?
No,
You weren't.
No, I did the Cubs, and Scouts was like.
You said that a bit wrong then, mate. Can you reassess the way you said that?
Well, the people in the Scouts were the sort of kids at school who were in the library club, and I weren't in the library club, and I didn't want to be. I actually joined the Sea Cadets.
No, you actually said I did Cubs.
I did Cubs, and then I joined the Sea Cadets, and I'd say that was probably the best. I was in there for 5 years, became a leading seaman, and I actually spent a week on a submarine. I went on Ark Royal. I shot machine guns, I shot rifles, and I don't think the same can happen today, but that was a life experience.
Steve Barnett has just chipped in and said he was a Sea Cadet as well. I mean, I think isn't it the discipline of something like that?
Yeah,
and that carries
really important.
But it carries you through the rest of your life. You know, whatever you've been part of growing up, those kind of clubs that you don't seem to get so much of now, they carry you through the rest of your life. Wayne Mullins has said, Jesus, was he friends with the Essex boys? He is one, Wayne Mullins. I'm assuming you're talking about Adrian.
No, but I've got stories about that, but I'm not going to talk about it because I might get killed.
That's
but I will say one thing.
A rally story.
Yeah,
I'm actually metal detecting tomorrow on one of the areas where they used to drop their drugs into a lake. But yeah, Gareth, Gareth, so funny. But the one thing I will say, which I learned from the Sea Cadets and growing up, is I got on with a lot of people. I realised he's a nutter. He's a really quiet guy, but he's a gem. Do you know what I mean? You get shy people.
Yeah.
I learned that you can be the cleverest person in the world, but if you don't get on with anyone, you won't go anywhere.
No, you don't. You have to.
You need to be a nice person in life, and you tell people, and that's what I hope I do.
Steve Barnett says, "How short should your sheep shank be?"
I'm not a lover of sheep shanks. I can't quite get my head around them. Dave at Rodney Cook, No Frills, last year, I was talking to someone for about an hour about knots.
Yes, you were.
Wasn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, I love knots.
I wish I could tie. I can tie about 3 knots. I wish I could tie more than I do. Stephen Bohm said that he and his wife have been through the Air Cadets, and they are both on the committee still. And I think that's a really important thing is giving back as well if you can as an adult.
I think when you take kids out of their day-to-day work at school, social media, you put them in whether it's the Army Cadets, Sea Cadets, the Air Cadets, or even the Sea Scouts, you learn discipline, you learn life skills. I mean, when I was 11, I was sent away to HMS Raleigh for a week. I'd never been away from home. You've
always been doing rallies then?
Yeah. HMS Raleigh. And I spent a week assault courses, training, learning to shoot guns, strip down a rifle, clean it at 11. No, it might have been 12, actually. No, I was 13. And that was in the school summer holidays. And there was kids from Cornwall, Devon, Manchester, Liverpool, Ireland. And it's any cadet force, I highly recommend. If you've got kids now, they're sitting there on their iPad playing Minecraft, or chuck them in there because they will learn life skills. Golden River. Yeah. So, Philip, oh my God. So, I'll tell you a story about the Golden River. So, yeah. But I've been in. Can I just say, I've been in a submarine for a week. A Sea King Wessex helicopters I've flown, been in. And those sort of things, you can't. You pay thousands to do that. And an Ark Royal, oh my God, HMS Ark Royal in the day, it was massive, and I really enjoyed that. So
Steve Barnett says he was at Lossiemouth for a week, and Wayne, he said the army was the main purpose that he joined the army. 14 years of service, and he'd do it all over again. And it's tough, but I tell you what, these kids that do go through and join up, they have a great career.
Now, this is a very good comment because
for podcast listeners, Nick Berry has asked, Adrian, have you ever
whoa, Donna, you're going to read it properly.
Nick Bez 67, Adrian, have you ever been out detecting, then had to do a number 2?
No, I said read it properly.
S-H-I-T.
Adrian, as Lady Martin. Yes. What? Okay. Have you ever been out detecting then and had to have a shite in a field?
Doesn't say shite, does it? Doesn't say shite.
It's before 9 o'clock.
So, no.
Jim says we all have.
No, I haven't. I have clockwork bowels. I've got a clockwork bowel. So I wake up in the morning, probably 6:30. I go. Then I go about 8:30. I have 2 dumps in the day. And then I might have another one about 5 o'clock. So if I'm touching cloth in the field, something's wrong.
I nettled me ballsack.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
So no, I haven't pooed in the field. But when I need a wee in the field, I will wee anywhere, literally anywhere, in the middle of the field. So James, he'll vouch for this. He's probably taking pictures, but I can be in the middle of a field in front of a load of houses, and I just stand there and get it out and go for a wee. Whereas women have to squat. So, but
have you ever been to a bike rally, a proper motorcycle rally? Because they do that.
No.
While they're talking to people in a group, that's impressive, Nick. You broke your shoulder in the Army Cadets firing a boy's anti-tank rifle. Derek Sherwin said he was an air cadet. He went gliding and flew in de Havilland, RAF Finley, and taking off to the next to the Vulcan bombers was a great time. I mean, I've got experience of that. I've got experience of.
Can you read Gareth Howard's comment, please?
I often have a shite in a field when I'm not expecting it's good for my colon. Gareth, that should say it's good for one's colon.
That's actually given me a new question. Where's the weirdest
I had the pleasure on exercise as a junior soldier. I had to shit in my tin lid and then carry it in my Bergen for 2 days. Lovely. Why don't you just bury it?
Well, my godfather was in the SAS and he was in Burma, and he was a sniper, and he had to lay for 48 hours watching someone to kill, and he had to poo and wee in his pants for 48 hours.
But you'd have to. But don't you think that if the enemy got downwind of you, they'd smell you? So Dave Moore has done it once. He got caught short, but no paper. All he could find in his car was an old COVID face mask.
Many, many years ago, I was on the way out on the source, and what was it? I've been to my brother's. I was getting a train home, I think. And unfortunately, I was on a tablet at the time that made my stools loose and happen at somewhat any time. So I had to crouch behind the train thing, little platform, a little thing there, and all I had was a t-shirt under my denim shirt, and I had to take the t-shirt off and wipe and leave. We've all been there, but lots of
got it. Wayne Rollins said on exercise, the reason why you have to carry your belongings with you in your rucksack is because dogs will find it and track you down.
But your Bergen stink of shit, and then the dogs will find you and bite you.
I think you have to put it in a scented nappy bag or something like that. And Jay Cross said, "Oh my God, what a shitty show this week." Yes, it is a bit. Let's change the subject. And Stephen Brame said he won't go out unless he has one.
No, I agree.
Stephen, you are the sensible one in all of this. Yeah. I can't believe we took a turn for the worse.
Right, next question. It's like Mastermind gone wrong, isn't it?
So I was going to ask, were you a good student? But I can't imagine you were. Were you studious? Did you learn at school?
No.
Hi, Matt Kent, darling.
I can say I went to a very good school for what I was like. So I learnt to drive at school, which a lot of people don't. I learnt to strip down an Austin A series, B series engine at school. I loved physics. I didn't like history, didn't like geography. But at my school, we had a thing called motor vehicle studies. And that's what I originally did as a job, apprentice mechanic, and then moved on from there.
So that's where we've got a lot of car questions, so that's sort of where that comes from. We'll get onto that. Sorry, Gareth Howard. I saw a bloke crouched down behind a headstone in a graveyard. I shouted, "Morning!" And he replied, "No, I'm just having a shit." Stop it.
Philip Wills, Dean Who's Your Daddy has had some fantastic finds, I think, this week. He put some pictures on. Well done, Dean Who's Your Daddy.
He's a good detectorist, Dean. He's a quiet bloke, and he says, "Oh, I've never found much," and he finds.
He's not quiet. It's just you can't understand him.
Oh,
I find good stuff. I keep quiet about it. So on the YouTube thing tonight, the link to the show, all those finds are mine. Gold Nobles, Staters, whatever you can.
So somebody's actually asked here, did you have, it's Philip Wills, did you have or have you got any finds in a museum?
No. Well, I had a really good run in COVID of finds, and the best one was the ring, and the museum couldn't afford it based on the valuation that was given on it. The valuation was $2,500 from the TVC Treasure Valuation Committee, and I thought, yeah, it's a nice ring. So I went to Noonan's because the landowner obviously wanted half the money, and it went for like $10,500. And I think it's probably the highest sold bishop's ring based on what I've seen in the last 5 years. So it had some, but it was found near Knights Templar building.
But it was a stunning piece.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've got a picture of it. Do you want me to show it?
Yes, please. There is an issue with the Treasure Valuation Committee, and we can
not so much now. How do I?
I mean, the thing is, with an auction, you never know how much something is going to go for either. You know, you've just got to have two correct people in the room who are both putting the price up.
Oh, here we go. Window. So that's the ring I found.
I mean, it is
beautiful.
Stunning.
There's a lot of detail in there.
Did you have to have it straightened?
Did I have what?
Did you have it straightened, or did it come out of the ground fairly round?
No.
Am I right in saying that the jewel in that is actually the same that was in Lady Diana's engagement ring? What?
It's the cabochon sapphire. What's interesting is back in the medieval times, they'd never cut stone to fit the ring. They'd buy it like that. So that's come all the way across to beautiful blue stone.
Here or Africa.
So found that. I've got lots of other finds, gold noble.
So do you remember your first time out detecting, Adrian? The first time you went out on your own
with my granddad. Yeah, I remember it.
Which detector did you have?
I was with, well, it was a C scope with the like CB dial. I can't remember what machine it was. My uncle, who I've got to phone up, my granddad's son, has still got that machine, and I should get it off him. He's in his 90s now. But yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, Stephen Brown would like to know how many times you've actually shared valuation. Like, how many times have you had to split something with your landowner, or does it work, your agreement, in terms of, you know,
four times.
Give them a piece, four times. There you go. There's your answer, Stephen. Yeah. He's just sold his.
And the weirdest place James has detected with Adrian was a graveyard. Even though you had permission, you still hit the copper went past.
Oh, I don't think. Oh my God! Yeah. So, that was. I've detected some places. So, we got a permission near Tower Hamlets, I think it was, James, in London, from the ranger. We were allowed to metal detect on the paths and around the graveyard. So we're walking through a graveyard, and it's all overgrown. It was shut in 1956, I think. It's got people there who died from the plague and all that. And we found a few coins and bits and bobs, matchbox cars. Found a lot of them. I don't know why. And then suddenly I got a target. I can't remember what machine I was using. It could have been. I might have been field testing the Simplex. It could have been the Root Assault 71, but got a target and I thought, ooh, that's good. That sounds like gold. And it was probably 4 foot away from the coffin, headstone in the graveyard. So it was on the path. So I thought, fine. So dug down and hit something, and it was like, it's like, oh. So I got me Garrett or whatever it was, trowel, dog tooth trowel, put it in, it went through, and I thought, oh, it's open. It's like, I didn't know that graves, when you die, your body shifts it with the ground.
Yeah, but also the things change over time anyway. Yeah.
And I'd gone into a coffin, and I thought that's not right. So I went, oh, and we filled it up and didn't go away. But it was probably a gold filling.
Did you let the mummy out, and did you have nightmares for a few weeks in case it was following you?
No, I just thought.
Oops, yeah, that is a big oops moment, Dean. Definitely.
Yeah, it was.
James Barr, the cult of God will
curse you.
He said he used to be an altar boy in the cult of God. So
move on from that.
A question a few people have been asking was, obviously you are the greatest field tester in the world. How did you get into field testing?
Good question. I'm glad someone brought that up. So, about 8 years ago.
He may be rubbish at jokes, but Adrian joins the team as one of the most experienced field testers in the world.
So, about 8 years ago, I was going to lie, but I'll be honest. The owner of Treasure Hunting magazine, I met in a pub randomly, one of Julian Evan Hart's finds evenings, and it was busy. It was like 150 people there, and I basically told him his website was shit, and he said, "Well, could you build me a better one?" And I went, "Yeah, I can build you a better one." So I built the Treasure Hunting magazine website, and he said, "How often do you go out detecting?" I said, "Oh, every weekend in the week." And he said, "How do you feel testing out a machine?" And I went, "Yeah." And Rotus just brought out the Rotus Sort 71. And I got the machine, I took it out, and that ring I found with it, and I found a hell of a lot of other things with it. And I wrote a review for the magazine and just went from there, really. And since then, I get sent metal detectors from manufacturers. Currently got the Legend 2. And yeah, just went from there. It's a very hard one because if you field tested metal detectors 20 years ago, a lot of them were shit.
I mean, Jim Molden actually says, "What a machine!" and Ultra 71. Yeah,
yeah, it is. I'm contemplating taking it out tomorrow, actually. But there, 20 years ago, there used to be shit machines and good machines. Treasure Hunting magazine, we're constantly inundated from Wing Wang Wu in China and what's the name in Russia. We'll send you these. We won't. We only stick with the main brands. So Nocta, Routers, Garrett, Mine Lab, XP, all Seascope, all the typical brands. But they aren't bad now. This is the problem. You go on Amazon, new to the hobby, Google metal detectors. It's full of Chinese took. Go to Crawford's, Regton, LP, Dragon, all these, like, if you go to them, you won't buy a shit machine. And I'm just finding them getting better and better and better. The only thing I would say is multi-frequency is not. I still use single frequency, BLF. On multi-frequency.
This week it was announced that
PI from Nocta
a
PI machine. So not sure if so what's PI? What's PI if you're new to the hobby?
I've got to call this the Magnum.
It's not just the PI machine. It's introduced. So PI machines predominantly were used on beaches, and they're really good at depth. And when I say good at depth, you're looking at like 2 foot. Not to have done something clever with the PI, like not multi-frequency, but it's something clever. And I've spoken to Dilek about this, and it's going to be very good for gold. So, but more importantly, it's going to give you a lot of depth. And I love the look of it. I've seen. I think I've messaged you two. I've seen what it looks like. It's a lovely interface, quite simple. PI is quite a simple machine, but yeah, hopefully we get Dilek on. But yeah.
And as Jim says, PI is great for the beach.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So Seascope brought out the
it's the 4, isn't it?
PR4, CSI4 or whatever. Yeah. And that was the world's best metal detector for on the beach. And it's still a good machine, but it goes bloody deep. But yeah, Nocta, they keep on going, don't they?
I mean, Steve Barnett's asked a really good question in relation to that. Do you have a set routine when it comes to testing a machine? You actually follow the same process?
Yeah, so I'll take it on the beach, I'll take it on pasture, and I'll take it on plough. And I'll also take it, so I'm just doing the Legend 2. So I've had that winter, wet, awful drought, wet and muggy, spring, and in Essex now the ground's drying up. We've got cracks in the fields, and you've probably got the same, Donna. So
it is stone.
If I could be 100% honest, I'd like to do a year, but I do at least. Well, I do the seasons, and I think manufacturers are actually getting pretty switched on now because they're all really good in all weather conditions, apart from one, but I won't mention their name.
I mean, you are. That's a really good example, actually. You are, as a tester, you are quite diplomatic when it comes to describing your experience with individual machines. I don't think I've ever really heard you say something bad about machines. So
not nowadays. You can't, because they're all good metal detectors.
Would you be prepared to say which was historically the worst machine you've ever tested?
Dr. Otak.
And it can include that kind of stuff, but what was the worst?
Never had. We won't. Was it? There was one from a very well-known manufacturer that I was beta testing, and then they said it's going live, and all the beta testing issues I had, I reported back to them, and they ignored it. And Chris Rogers, addicted to bleeps, he had the same thing, and they ignored us, and they launched it, and it was awful. I won't say the name, but I think people can guess what it was. It was a British manufacturer. When I got the first beta, I think I had 3 machines. The first one was excellent. Second one, firmware, software update. Third one, oh my god, it was awful. It was worse than a detector you could buy from China for £20, but it was 600 or 700 at the time. But yeah, probably. I've not had. They're all different. It's like children. You get some that are good at one thing and some that are good at another.
But you love them all.
Yeah, I do, and that's why I've still got them all. If I didn't like them, Golden Mask.
Philip, by the way, we're not having an Adrian's Wool tonight. We've got the Wayne Rollins competition coming up in about 15 minutes.
I don't know the numbers for Wayne or the people.
I've sent it you.
Sent it.
Oh, yeah.
And Jim said number 23. Jim, we're not having Adrian's Wool. But you can be number 23 next week. And if we haven't got a prize next week, I'll donate one because I've still got some books from
I've got that. Yeah. Thanks, Dave.
So, yeah, you did have it. Back to the field testing. Which was the most unexpected performer then when you were field testing?
Oh, that's a good question. I would actually say
says he has a couple of badly behaved machines. Depends how much you drink at a rally, James.
I would say, so I'll be honest here, Nocta historically were a bit clunky. They were trying to get on the bandwagon, competing against Minelab and XP and stuff. When the Simplex came out, I really wasn't looking forward to field testing it. I'd had previous Nocta machines and they were a bit erratic, noisy, complicated. And I got Simplex, the original Simplex, and I took that out and oh my God, I found a hell of a lot of stuff with that. And I found that it was waterproof. I chucked it in a lake for like 2 hours. Nocta Simplex. And I think from that machine, Nocta have just gone like that.
Yeah. So I mean, that brings me on to another question that Jim's asked actually. You said you have a set routine, but do you have a test bed with known targets on? Do you actually have? No, you don't.
No.
You just take it out in the field.
Yeah. So a lot of it's on luck. I think if you go down the test bed route, I had one in the garden, but for me, it's going out in the field and using it like a wheel. And if I don't find anything, I don't find anything. But I'll only write up what I find. Yeah.
So were you nervous about actually writing your first review as to how well that would be received?
No, because I'm quite. If people want to slag me off or moan about me, they can. I'm not on I'm on social media, but I can't be dealing with all comments and chat. Put it in the magazine if people don't like it. I do get emails from people who've like I had the Simplex. It's got vibration in the handle, and there's a blind guy who kicked off and moaned at me because he said the vibration wasn't strong enough. But yeah, things like that. It doesn't bother me writing a review. I'm quite honest. I don't get paid if I write a good one or a bad one. But like I said, I'm very fortunate. If it was 20 years ago, it'd be different. But now, if you buy a good metal detector from Regton's, Crawford's, LP, Dragon, or whoever, they're all good machines. They wouldn't sell them if they were pants, would they?
So, well, no, it's true. But James has said about a particular instance, but can you remember any instances when you took a machine out and actually damaged it?
Yeah, Garrett Apex screen scratched really badly, and I did have problems with the coil on that, but it was before it was launched. Had major problems.
He said he loved it. I reckon you must have done that and had a bit of a oh my god, what am I going to do now moment. Dean McFaddy says, what machine copes the best next to mobile phone masts?
Sorry, what
machine copes best next to a mobile phone mast? A strimmer, Dean McFaddy, because my allotment is next to a phone mast and a strimmer works really well. My machines are all right on my allotment, actually.
I've never had a machine. They're all really good nowadays. Yeah. Just the frequency shift.
Yeah, I mean, I went from my Gold Max, I couldn't go under cables with that. When I got the Equinox, it was fine. Dave Moore said, is there one thing that you think should be added to machines that has been missed so far?
I think years ago I said a clock, but that's now been added. One thing I would say, I know if you're getting interference, you can do a frequency shift, but the one thing routers do on the Versa is show you a graphic of the electromagnetic interference where you are.
Really?
And I think that is really good. Gary Blackwell did a good example of that on YouTube. So if you leave your mobile phone on, it shows the interference. Turn your mobile phone off, it drops. And
you put it up on the knocks all day long. It's too sensitive.
Yeah, but to see the interference and see the best channel, so that the router's Versa has got a very clever, so it's a bar chart with interference, and you can pick the best one.
I'm just going to read this out. Jim Painting took his 8-year-old great-grandnephew out last week. He found a 1930 sixpence and he's gooked. So you're talking to Nicky, and now he's from Vietnam.
Is Jim Northern? Is gooked a Northern expression?
No, Jim. Jim is one of the best people I've met in the hobby of metal detecting. He likes drinking. He likes metal detecting. He's got a sense of humour. He's ex-policeman who's got a lot of stories, a hell of a lot of stories. I won't even go there, but Jim's a lovely guy, and I've met a lot.
We had a nice discussion about Operation U-Tree, didn't we?
Yeah,
I haven't met you yet.
Can I go for a wee? Sorry.
Certainly, of course you can.
So
you didn't put your hand up.
I'm just going to go for a wee because I'm desperate.
We'll have the interlude.
Talk amongst yourselves, like a teacher says.
Come back,
find me
for Wayne Rollins.
A classic question to ask.
We've got some.
Gone.
We've got some.
Evening, Cy Webber. Looking forward to having you on the show on the of May.
It's 7th, isn't it? It's the night that I can't make it. I'm not here on the 7th.
I can't remember.
I think it is.
Something of May.
I've got.
And we are still looking for guests as well. Obviously, I'm a bit busy at the moment, as is everybody else. So we're getting a bit behind in communicating with people to get them to come on the show. So if you do want to come on the show, there's a lot of you there in the audience this week and on the podcast as well. We'd love to have you on the show. We've met some great people in the hobby. We've had some fantastic guests, but we'd also always like to talk to people we haven't spoke to before. And if needs be, if you don't want Donna on the show that night, we can organise it.
Or Dave or Adrian. We can boot anyone.
Mainly
else.
Donna.
Yeah, but mainly me. I forgot. Are you going to ask him about the big detecting show?
What about it?
How we got involved with it?
We tricked him.
You tricked him.
We tricked him.
How did I get involved in it then?
We tricked you.
See?
No, sorry. You tricked us.
You've only got yourself to blame. That's it. You wouldn't leave me alone.
We employed you to get rid of flyers in the field and couldn't get rid of you.
No, I'm not going to tell everyone what you said to me, but I hope that I've kept my side of the bargain. Bless you, Donna. You're very cute. Thank you, Gareth. I am.
Cute and Donna are two things that I'd never, ever put together, Gareth. This is where I'm thinking you're on the same type of sauce that Adrian's on.
I'm rustic Barbie is what I am. James Barnes has a genuine question. I have a friend who is vertically challenged. She has a height from hand to ground when her arm is extended of 29 centimetres. She would like to take up detecting, but doesn't know if a detector exists.
I'd have to say the Nocta first swing, not the first wing, the little one that they made. There's a lot of machines out there which Adrian will be able to tell you, obviously, but there are machines that you can shrink to. And you know this yourself, James. Some of them shrink brilliantly. Adrian, James asks, he's got a friend who's little. She has a height from hand to ground where her arm is extended to 29 centimetres. She'd like to take up the hobby, but does not know a detector existing for small people. Well, actually, we do know a small person.
I'm just going to measure mine.
We do know a little person as well as Donna. Little
Tom.
Tom.
Yep, Tom. Yeah, and so he uses Nocta Amphibio.
Oh, right, is it? I thought you had the Deus. Oh, no, he was playing with Graham's.
Yeah.
Machine.
So the Amphibio he uses, which is a bit of a noisy machine, but a good machine. I've got one, actually. Yeah, I've got one.
Did he give the shaft to suit?
No, I think it's standard, totally standard.
Cut the shaft down anyway. Feasibly to actually cut the shaft down. But I tell you what we'll do. The Deus Master.
Yeah, 100%.
The Deus Master is very light. It's very easy to swing when you're shorter because it's so light. Put the small coil on it, and she'll have an amazing time. And I guess stop reading Folk of the Faraway Tree. Stephen Barnett says spillage. What did I spill? No, Stephen, I was measuring my leg. It's all right. I'm normal height. I just had to check.
Stop talking. We have a new segment for the show, which one of our viewers has kindly suggested. And tonight he has given the subject matter. So it's called Lady Martin's Monologue.
Oh, God.
We give her a subject and she has to talk non-stop for 1 minute relating to detecting. She's not allowed to repeat a word, hesitate, or deviate from the subject. So tonight, Lady Martin's Monologue, suggested by the ever so lovely Mr. Nick West.
I knew it.
We are to ask Donna, can you talk for a whole minute on the subject of the disadvantages of having a floppy shaft?
It would be extremely.
Hold on a minute. I'm starting the timer. Go.
It would be extremely difficult to swing a metal detector without a rigid shaft. You require strength in your shaft and the ability to make a curve around your body whilst keeping your head very close to the surface of the ground. You need to be able to keep your hand on the grip nice and tight, clenched, stable, and you need to be able to move your arm in a rhythmic way in order to form the arc with your metal detector. And also, it's really important because the stiffness of the shaft enables you to connect your wires between the controller and the coil, and obviously
and stop and breathe.
We'll take a breath.
And that was, and we're gonna, Adrian, you're gonna have to make an intro. Lady Martin's monologue. Thank you, Nick.
Revolting children. Nick, you are a terrible person. Thank you for that. I didn't actually know anything about it either. So cheers.
Repetition.
I thought you were my friend.
You've done well. You've done really, really well.
Nice tight grip on the rhythmically.
I did say
moving your arm.
You're right, Michael Jarvis. I'll take a shot. Hold on. There you go. Gareth, get in the bin. Gareth, I'm not repeating that at all. Yes, thank you, everybody.
Matt Kent. Thanks, Matt. Thanks for watching.
Hello to Zoe.
Love you, Matt. See you later. So we got some questions about your favourite subject, Adrian. Soon as we've got 15 minutes, we're going to lighten the load.
First and foremost, it's time to do Wayne's draw.
It is actually, and then we'll lighten the load.
2 prizes tonight, a first and a second prize. Unfortunately, I'm not logged into the Book of Faces, and I am unable to bring up the images. However, there are 2 prizes. The first one that will be drawn out, and I'm talking slowly to assist Adrian into getting everything up and not throw stuff all over himself. The first prize tonight will be a first prize is a coin display box, which is very nice. And the second prize is a coin viewing tray. So first prize is a coin display box, and the second prize is a coin viewing tray. And
look,
and are you ready? And same drill tonight. Anyone who did hold on, let me announce winner number 1 is.
Oh, brilliant. I know Sean. He's a lovely guy. He's a paramedic.
Marshall, you have won a coin display box courtesy of the ever so lovely and handsome and spiffing Mr.
Congratulations,
Wayne
Sean.
Rowlands.
You've got to go and find some coins to fill it up.
I'll tell you what, Sean. You've done well there, mate. He's a good bloke. Really nice. Next is
Spin it for the coin viewing tray. Teresa Field.
Yay! An appropriate name for a detectorist, don't you think?
Teresa.
Oh, Mr. Field. Oh my God. How brilliant would that be?
Well done to Sean, who's won the prize coin display box. And the second prize going to Teresa. Would be better if it's Teresa Green, but hey, that's old. So we are going to run this at the bottom of the screen again because
It's still open.
Wayne has said anyone who donates again from tonight until next Thursday at 10 a.m., there is a new coin cabinet up for grabs.
No.
So for the 4th week in the row, just go onto the
Wayne,
Big Detective
are you
Show.
having the garage clear out, or are these your rejects?
I've messaged him and said, "Do you make any profit?" But
Sean,
as we've said before, Wayne is that nice that he's doing this for the metal detecting community. He's doing this for the Rodney Cook and the cancer charity back home. And fair dues to him, and big ups to him. But as you go see
Wayne, he was on a job. He's a paramedic, so Wayne,
he was having a job.
Well done, Sean. You've won, Sean. You've won.
You won, Sean.
So WhatsApp me. I think I've got your details. Or whatever, or email. You've won, Sean. So well done.
First prize, Sean. Second, which was the coin display box. And second prize was the coin viewing tray, which Teresa's in the field. So tonight, again, scroll down.
Good prizes.
BigDetectingShow.com. You'll see a picture of Wayne. Please donate, even if it's a $5. It's all going to a fantastic cause, and it's helping Wayne with a massive figure that he's trying to achieve.
Wayne would like to know
I haven't finished speaking, woman. I'll tell them in a minute.
Shut up. Get one of these.
I'll get them there in a minute. Stop talking, woman. You've had your minutes monologue. You're banned now. So if you donate tonight before 10 a.m. next Thursday morning, there is another coin cabinet up for grabs. And you've seen the coin cabinets and all the other bits and bobs, and you've heard the feedback from the people who've won the prizes. I will definitely be playing again because I want to win one. Anyway, so how do you get a hold of a Big Detecting Show t-shirt? I will tell you, but I'm going to have to find the link. So talk amongst yourselves for a minute, Adrian.
Tells me off for talking.
Donna, ask me a question.
So we've had loads of really targeted questions for you, and I know you've been waiting for them. So Nick West.
Oh, hang on. No, you've got one here.
Would you rather have a day detecting on a large Roman villa site or a day driving a vintage Aston Martin DBS? Oh, we know which one he's going to go for.
Nick.
This is Nick Berry.
No, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one.
The DBS would be a once in a lifetime. You can do the Roman villa anytime; it'll still be there. Oh, you've sent him into a quandary now.
Oh.
I'm saving that one, John Clayton. You've said it 3 times. I think you're going to have to put that in a sealed.
That's the mine. 100%.
I'd do that. I would actually do that. The villa's going to still be there.
But what if I've got the opportunity? If I only get it for one day, and then after that it's gone. But I've got good Roman permission, so.
Oh, Jim said he'd have the drive. You got a lot of people. Stop badgering you, woman.
I've got a story.
Go on.
Yeah, I've got a story about a track day thing. I absolutely lit up the car and got people watching me like, who the hell is he? I think they thought I was Jensen Button, and it's on video.
I think they know with the track day that you if you thrash it, I mean, obviously you can hurt yourself, but you know that you're going to be relatively safe. They're not going to put you in something that is going to really hurt you.
I was in Lotus Elise on a track day, and let's just say that my son said, Dad, you were like someone on GTA. I had it out, I was wheel spinning it. Yeah, but that's a proper British sports car. Anyway,
Metal Detecting War Relatives actually said
merchandise for the people who've just asked for t-shirts, like the lovely Lady Martin's got on. Please visit. She's just a bloody.
I know, flirt. Yeah.
Big Detective Show merchandise is available at www.detectingwareuk.co.uk. That's Steve Shorters who runs that. We make absolutely no profit because, well, why should we? So, it's
and they're nice quality, and this is a medium, nice quality green.
Steve Shorters, it's his business. Why do we want to take money off him? It's nothing to do with that. So get over. Lots of other things on there. Lots of clubs and group stuff. Lots of hats, scale mats, scale cards, patches, magnifiers, coin stands, lapel badges, mugs, earrings, decals, jigsaw puzzles.
I should get a hoodie.
There's all sorts on there. So get onto detectingware.uk. detectingwareuk.co.uk, support Steve Shorters, top bloke in the hobby, and you'll be able to get merchandise from there. If you can't find it, just put into the search bar Big Detecting Show, and the whole range that Steve's got will be there available for you to bomb.
I feel like I've got a stutter. John Clayton was asked about 3 times, when did your hatred of badgers begin?
I loved badgers, but about 4 years ago, went detecting on a commission with James, and it was probably about 6 o'clock in the evening in the summer. We had 3 fields, and we had to go down a ditch to get into what we call the gold field, because there's a lot of gold we found there. And it was getting dusk, about 8:30, and we came back, and there's a badger hole, and there's a badger looking at me. And I just went, "Oh, look, it's a badger." And he started chasing me. He chased me. And I was like, "Oh, fucking." And I had me, I think I had a McGrafter then. And I was like holding it up, running backwards. Why I didn't turn? Because in my head, I thought, well, it's a little mammal. It's not going to cause. The bloody thing chased me. And I felt really threatened. And when you look at the teeth and the claws, it could have ripped me to shreds.
Carnivores?
Sorry?
Well, they're carnivores. They do eat.
Well, we don't know. And it just, they're like magpies for me. They're vermin and rats. I don't like them. What benefit do badgers bring to nature?
We'll calm you down. Which McLaren would you pick for a daily driver, says Philip Wills, the 570 GT or the 550S?
570 GT.
Oh, there you go. What's the best 4-hole button you've found?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I love a 4-hole button.
No, actually, does it have to be a button, or could it be the suspender button?
It could be a suspender button, but a 4-hole button.
Suspender button. From London in about 19. Because I found quite a few of them, and I don't know if it's a dogging spot or they burnt a lot of people there, but I found on one of my. How have you got that? Who are those girls?
Oh, Nick Berry wants to know, would you rather have a day detecting with a special permission on a deserted medieval village, DMV, or a night out with Gareth Howard? I think that's
night out with Gareth Howard, 100%.
Exactly.
100%. 100%. And share a room with him.
Steve Barnett is
compare blow-offs and sorry.
Steve Barnett goes Badger watching regularly. He said they're great to watch up close. Right.
Yeah. No.
I've got a couple of long questions which I'm not going to ask you. Somebody called Nick West wants to know if you've ever found a fibula.
Sorry, that question. Sorry, Gareth Howard. Would you rather be locked in a room with a badger, or I've actually been in a room with Sam I've forgotten the name of the other one. That Rodney Cora's story I could tell you about them, but I
thought Wayne was my friend.
I'd rather be with Sam and her friend because they're safe and they're lovely people. They're really nice.
Wayne says something insulting, and I'm not answering it. Savoy or bratwurst?
Savoy, 100%.
Guinness
bratwurst.
Or real ale? That's a hard one.
Real ale.
Baby sham or martini?
Oh,
probably
a baby sham. Yeah, baby sham.
Gherkin or pickled egg?
Oh, Donna. Gherkin. It's a hard one. That is a really hard one.
Wide fronts or shorts?
Shorts.
Long socks or short?
Well, it depends. Probably short.
He won't answer it, Dean.
What?
My Labordeus.
I tell you what, that is probably like asking what's your favourite child. So I'll put them in perspective, and if you know me, you'll understand. If you don't know me, it won't make sense. So my daughter is mine Lab, and my son is Deus. What an I don't even where the hell have you got that from? That's me, my best mate. I don't even know who them get. Oh, it was
which one's you?
Easy.
Which one's you?
In the black t-shirt with David Bowie on it. The black t-shirt with David Bowie.
You see that?
And the boy with the hair like Bod is my best mate. Why he's got a smart jumper on. The girl with the brown hair is Vicky, James's sister. The blonde haired girl is Lindsay, James's sister. And James is the retard trying to eat minnows. And my dad at the front. And that boat I found, and someone's thrown it away, and I mended it and made it. And oh my God, my dad, yeah, it's bizarre.
You see, you don't find that
James sent it me.
Yeah,
I can remember doing it. You'll have to ask me when it's my turn, but I did a really dumbass thing with a boat once. Dean McAvady says sandals or Crocs?
Crocs.
100%.
Yeah, Crocs. Yeah.
That James Barnes is not true. Actually, think of orchards. It was not for the. If it was not for the practice of spreading shoddy in the fields, we would not find the buttons we do. I think it's partly a myth, James, and also, yeah, you find buttons on pathways. That's not down to shoddy. And basically, a lot of the military buttons came off the great coats that farmers used to wear when they were ploughing. They didn't have outdoor coats, so there were up to 4 of them at one time.
So the reason sorry, Dave, I just last answer, and we shut the show, and you can go for a poo. The reason we find a lot of buttons in the field is after the Second World War, there was a lot of leftover clothing, and farmers burnt it and ploughed it into the ground to help things out. So I've got permission.
What they call shoddy.
Yeah.
But
And that's what
do you know why they did the pooing?
It wasn't in all cases.
Yeah, I know why. Because Dave is suddenly eating. No, he's eating really healthy now. He's eating
I am.
very healthy. He's lost weight.
All right. A
good.
good final question from Nick Berry.
Anyway.
Adrian, would you rather find a complete Roman fibula or have a lifetime supply of Playboy magazine?
Or Grumble.
Would the Playboy magazines be digital format or in paper?
Paper.
Playboy.
Good lad.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you all, as ever. Don't forget to nip over to bigdetectingshow.com to have a chance of winning a coin cabinet courtesy of Wayne Rollins next week. It's been delightful hearing from you tonight, Adrian, and all about your life and times. You should write a book, The Life and Times of Adrian Gaylor.
See, and there's more. There's more.
There's a lot there.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for watching.
It's a great show.
And apparently I'm also John Clayton's son.
Of course. Oh. I didn't know it was that.
You know, we do frequent the same areas, so definitely.
There you go.
Thank you both. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening on the podcast. Don't forget we are sponsored the podcast version by Metal Detecting News. Get all your metal detecting news up to date once a week, straight into your inbox, and it's
don't forget to sponsor Wayne Rollins because it's for a good cause. Let's kick cancer where it hurts, and let's help him out, help the Rodney Cook out, and any support anyone can give would be greatly appreciated.
Absolutely.
Nice show, Cap, says James
Thank
Barnes.
you both. Thank you all for coming. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you the same time, same place next week. Have a great week, everybody. Good luck if you're out and about.
Enjoy the sunny
Stay
weather.
in school. Don't do drugs.
Good night.
Good night, all.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.